Let's go.
Hey guys, what's going on? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and I am back to finally do my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable episode. Now, I'm going to combine these two episodes into one video because I do apologize for the delay since I was in Jamaica last week, so that's why these two episodes are going to be combined. So here we go. Here is episode 3 and episode 4. Wait, what was it called? With the first two parts of the NIJIMURA brothers fights, which we have part 1 and part 2 already over with. But we still have part 3 to this, so the fight is not technically over yet. I thought usually sometimes they would end the fights in like 2 episodes, but sometimes they would go for like 3 episodes if necessary. So I'm guessing the next episode should be the last one to end off the brothers fight, which I think is probably going to happen, which is, my thing. But anyways, when it comes to episode 3, I really did like basically the fight between KEICHO and KEICHO, whatever his name was, KEICHO. Yeah, him. And I really do like his stand ability called the hand, which is basically like a teleportation kind of move when it comes to him, just like teleporting shit. And I really do like the way how much faster he has become. He's like, oh shit, but my crazy diamond is actually way quicker, and it's able to, do some shit like start platinum, like it can stop time, do all that shit. And it's like, it's weird how he's just that fucking fast. And it's because it's like some kind of teleportation where he can just like grab objects from like a further distance away and actually just use it to his advantage, which is actually pretty useful. But of course, Josuke pretty much just like whoops his ass in the end. He's pretty much like an idiot when it comes to his abilities of his own power. So yeah, technically that's the reason why, he basically, try to, so he pretty much loses that fight. That fight was actually pretty cool. I really did like that fight. And also at the beginning of the episode where we see like D'Angelo, where he's finally formed into a much better rock. Well, they could have gotten more interrogation out of him because of, like, the man Dio, I remember this dude, he actually, told me about these abilities called the stands and their powers and stuff. They could have gotten more information, but then, of course, he had to insult Josuke's hair, then he made him into, like, a much better rock that's more sealed up to make him into that shrine or whatever, to make him look a much more better shrine than before. So that actual part was actually pretty funny. And I also did like the part where Josuke's mother thought that Jotaro was actually Joseph Joestar, which I thought that was actually really hilarious. She's like rubbing on him and shit, and she's like, wait a minute. Now I think about it, you are pretty much younger, like much more younger than him. And there's no wrinkles or nothing. He's like, yeah, well obviously, yeah. Also, keeps in mind, I don't want you seeing him because he's pretty much old now, and he can't really do much to help, protect, and save the city and stuff because he's pretty much old now, and he's pretty much like in his 70s now at this point, so he doesn't really have too much of his ripple ability. Well, no, I think he still could rock the ripple, but I don't think he can really use his stand that much, the Purple Hermit, but he does have somewhat more of his ripples still left, which is kind of odd, but whatever. Anyways, so, getting that stuff out of the way. So now that we got that fight out of the way and that ability, I will give that fight a solid clean 5 out of 5. Really awesome, I can't complain. An awesome sauce episode. Now we're going to this episode, episode 4, where we fight the other NIJIMURA older brother. We fight him. And his stand, the Bad Company, is fucking cool. I really do like his stand, which was surprisingly the fuck random out of nowhere. It's basically he commands a whole bunch of toy soldiers, like pretty much military toys. Like you get like all these toys of like these toy soldiers, toy helicopters, toy tanks, shit like that, and he can make them into actual real like weapons to actually damage you and attack you, in like places like in the dark and shit. So that was actually, really, really cool. So I really do like his ability. Also, when it comes to Koichi, him being healed, we also see that like whatchamacallit, that KEICHO pretty much is like, yo, KEICHO's like, okay, look, how about this? Since I'm gonna repay you, I'm not gonna get involved. I don't care what you do to my brother. I don't care, if you lose. I don't care what my brother's response is. I'm not gonna help you out anymore. I've seen them pretty much get your style of work and stuff. But I will do this one favor, just this one favor, and that's it. So he basically just got him. He teleported pretty much to get Koichi out of safety, so he uses that to actually teleport him more quicker to Josuke, so that way in case of any interference it's much quicker just to get him out of the danger zone right away. And we found out that Koichi also has a stand that's actually just unlocked, and it was all because of the older brother of the Kojimura's older brother. He was the one that actually used the bow and arrow from before, and because of that little wound and because of that power of the stand, now he has the ability in order to actually use the stand himself. Granted, that's the best explanation they give it, because it's just like kind of weird, just like out of nowhere he can actually get a stand. So at least they explained it, even though it's kind of a little bizarre and strange of that, just because you got shot by a stand user, now all of a sudden you can actually become seeing stands. Okay, I guess we'll buy that. So anyways, what happens is that technically after that happens, he's able to actually summon a stand. He's really new, doesn't really know how to use it. So he does actually summon it. It's some egg, but he doesn't really know how to actually release it just yet. I mean, it's cracking, but we just don't know exactly what kind of ability it is. I guess we're going to find out in the next episode on what Koichi's stand is going to be. So I guess we just gotta wait and see what that's gonna be about. But I really did like the fight though. While he's able, now keep this in mind. When it comes to Josuke's power, we also know that even though Kyoso saw like his arm, and like he's like, yo, your arm can't heal up. But he's like, yeah, because my crazy diamond, like we learned from before, can't really heal his own injuries. He can only heal other people's abilities, other objects and shit like that. That's normal. But he can't heal himself up. So there's a double-edged sword when it comes to his crazy diamond. Anyways, we find out at the very end of the episode, at the very end of the fight, we see Kojirama's older brother just putting out all the shots in the actual house. But he realized that Josuke had a little backup plan to heal up everything that was like shot and destroyed and stuff like that with his crazy diamond. So he's pretty much putting him in a stalemate there when it comes to his ability. The fight itself overall, though, was just completely awesome. At the very end, we see that Josuke pretty much, he uses his own stand against him with the bad company, and it pretty much like backfires at him. And that was actually some pretty cool shit, so that was actually really good. So overall, when it comes to this episode, it was another awesome addition when it comes to the JoJo lineup of episodes of fights. They really do know how to do them well. The comedy, of course, is always spot on. Not too much comedy in this episode, but usually they do it, especially, I think Stardust Crusaders kind of influence more of the comedy compared to here. There's some comedy here and there, but, I mean, last week's episode, it was actually, pretty much more funnier with, especially the beginning stuff, with freaking D'Angelo, with, like, him being in that, like, ridiculous rock form, and then finally we see that, the awkward moment where Josuke's mom met Jotaro for the first time, which that was really funny and very awkward at the same time. So yeah, I'm done. So both episodes were a 5 out of 5. Definitely, they're really good lead-up points. Next week we have part 3, so definitely can't wait for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode and last week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamonds Unbreakable, both episodes 3 and episodes 4. Until then, I will see you guys in episode number 5 next week. Hopefully this will be the final battle with the Kojirama Brothers, it's called Kojirama Brothers Part 3. So maybe this might be the third and final part that we're going to have, and then we can move on. And of course, it's pretty obvious from the opening. It kind of looks like the younger brother is going to be joining the actual main team of, like, I guess main good guy characters when it comes to their stance. I'm assuming anyway that's the case. Don't get it twisted. So I'm done. That's pretty much it. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And I'll see you guys in episode 5. Bye-bye.